Well, hello friends, Josevich here. Welcome to the beginning of our last Dragon Priest game for quite some time. Starting tomorrow and for the rest of next season, we will be moving on to different types of decks. We're going to be trying to throw in a bunch of Yogg, at least early on in the season. See if we can't get a little bit creative with creating a couple Yogg more spell-based decks than I think we've been playing in the past. But for now, we are trying to wrap up this season at least with a couple of fun, interesting games. This one looks like we might get run over, unfortunately. Our opponent innervated out the Jade Spirit. We answered with a Shadow Visions because we had nothing to do. Opponent Jade Blossomed, and now they have 5 mana. So, I mean, you know, they're a little bit ahead on mana right now, but really it's not that bad. And the fact that we will have a Dragonfire Potion is going to be something. I don't know if it's necessarily good, really, but at least something. Our opponent trading in here isn't the worst, but at the same time, our opponent does have time, whereas we are on a bit of a clock, because once these Jades get a little bit too big, we are going to be in a little bit of trouble. So lucky for us, at least. How do we want to do this now? So I am tempted to Darkshire, to trade into the 3 and then Darkshire, and I think that's honestly what we have to do. As much as I would love to get value of like playing Northshire and drawing and things like that, I think that leaves us far too weak. This way, at least we're contesting the board somewhat reasonably. Stonehill Defender, that's an interesting tech choice for the Jade Druids, which we might have to consider ourselves if we want to build a little bit of a Jade Druid that can survive some of the early season aggro that we're definitely expecting. And sure, maybe Yogg decks and, you know, decks that are expecting to be able to get to turn 10 aren't the best choice for early in the season when a lot of people like to play aggro to kind of rush through the early ranks in order to get to those, you know, get to that rank 10, rank 5 plateau so they can start playing slightly more control style decks. But to be honest, I'm kind of okay with that. I'd love to see a dragon right now. Okay, so I think, no, let's draw first. Let's try and play Hearthstone right now, actually. This is going to be good. Our opponent's going to have a Feral Rage. That's not really a surprise that we got that one correct. We'll kill the 2-3 just in case. We'll play this, and I think we'll heal up. Ooh, who do we want to heal? We'll heal up to 6 here. Okay, so we got a Shadow or Death, although we're hoping, obviously, our opponent doesn't have big things for us to worry about. The issue right now that we have to worry about, actually, is going to be a Primordial Drake. And if this trades into the... okay, yeah, I guess we could still expect a Primordial Drake, yeah. Kind of combos pretty nicely. Very, very much an issue for us right now. Luckily, I mean, I guess we do have the Feral Rage. This is kind of a play right now. So we're going to get our 4 attack from there. And then the question is, how else do we want to do this? And I guess we will just keep this 1 minion alive. Unless we get... I don't even know what we could possibly get. I mean, still top decking a dragon would be the best. And this is a really bad trade for us, obviously. But I still think it's the correct thing to do. This, you know, the Priest of the Feast might get swiped down, but it's one of those things we have to deal with. And honestly, if our opponent wastes the turn, at this point, it would feel like wasting a turn. Swiping, I think that's not awful. Oh, boy. From Stonehill Defender, yeah, I guess maybe that's an interesting anti-aggro. Shuffling, maybe that gives us a chance here. There we go. Dragon time. Dragon time. Alex is going to get played next turn. Let's make sure we do this properly. You know, the question is... yeah, no, that has to get played this way. This is fine. We will play directly into... oh, hello, Draco P. We're playing directly into Meteor, but I don't think most Druids are running Meteor right now, so I think we're okay lining up our minions this way. For things like swipe and whatever, it doesn't really matter. So this coming turn, hopefully we don't have crazy things happening to us. Oh, Wrath is the start of a not crazy thing, that's for sure. Hero Power is another not crazy thing. And then I guess Alex is pretty good for us. Tar Creeper's fine. I'm not bothered at all by Tar Creeper. Tar Creeper is the last thing in the world I care about right now. What is this? 9 mana? Deal, what was that, 14 damage? Oh, deal 10 damage. 9 mana, 8/8, deal 10 damage. That's pretty good. Aya's, yeah, a little scary right now, to be fair. The only, not the only issue. Oh, what is this? What is going on here? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a lot of armor, actually. I'm tempted to Dragonfire Potion. And slam down the Twilight Drake. The issue is our opponent will be up to 6/6s. So we aren't going to be able to deal with them easily. Could we have done any primordial... Can we do any primordial Drake action? 2 is no. Unfortunately, maybe we do it this way, as much as I really don't like it. But our opponent is kind of out of resources then, right? And I do say kind of. I do acknowledge that it is kind of out of resources. It doesn't matter what we do. This is fine. I am tempted to go face because 8 is a lot, but I don't want this to stick around at all. And if one of these cards is a swipe, as long as the next one isn't another Jade, like as long as we don't start getting Jade action going, yeah, swipe is not the end of the world, I don't think, for us. And this is actually okay because we're going to get 2 big 5/6s out on board right now. Hey, a cleric. We don't really need that right now. There are secret agents coming through. What do we want? Oh, Wrath is what we're going to want. Even though, to be honest, maybe we could have thought about Defender of Argus. Argus could have been sweet. Oh, Deathwing. Hello, my old friend. Do we want to set up some lethal? How much do we have? 10, 14? We can get in 14, 18? Or are we taking Deathwing to counter our opponent's Deathwing? Yeah, we'll Deathwing to kill our opponent's Deathwing. 10, 14, 18. So we wouldn't have had lethal because our opponent's already at 19 right now. And they're probably going to armor up no matter what to 19. To 20, I should say. So there's that. Okay, so at least we're not getting hit with Deathwing this turn. So this has been actually pretty good. We had a very, very poor start. And we've been able to at least turn the game around. Obviously, no guarantee that horrible things won't happen to us. Still at this point, but... Oh, why are you shuffling? Unless our opponent's just going to concede right now. That's the only reason you would shuffle. What was... I don't understand that play at all. Unless our opponent's really just hoping to just concede. I don't know what else. Yeah, I'll play that instead. Like, I don't know what the point of that was. At least have... What would it have been? A 6? A 6/6 on board at least would kill one thing, and then maybe you, like, go face and Deathwing. Who knows, right? I wonder, though, if our opponent does Deathwing, it's going to feel really, really bad playing our Deathwing when we have such a strong hand. Obviously, here it doesn't matter, but that's just an interesting thing. It's like, I mean, I probably would do it, but it would kind of stink unless we had drawn that Shadow or Death. Okay, so we have found ourselves a little bit of a Paladin. Obviously, this is potentially a scary move that we've done here, playing this out, but our opponent doesn't have the coin, so they can't just go War Leader right now, which is kind of very nice. Obviously, next turn, we do have the potential to get run over because of War Leader, but I think we're still going to go ahead and play slow here. Ooh, this is potentially bad. We're going Onyxia to start this game. If our opponent does have a War Leader, it's going to be a really, really tough time for us. But, oh boy. Okay. How are we going to do this? I think we're going to go ahead and look for True Silver. Otherwise, I don't know what we're gonna do. Ooh, Aldor's definitely the card, right? 3, 6. I think I want to do the coin now, in hopes of finding something. Priest of the Feast is something, at the very least. It is something, and having this as a 3/5 actually does contest a little bit because their opponent's gonna be forced to either True Silver and trade something in, or double trade, which they definitely don't want to do, even if they have a buffing minion. I forget what it's called, the 2-mana 2/3 Murloc, buff another Murloc. Even that wouldn't have been enough, so True Silver was the only answer our opponent had there, which is kind of good to see. And again, here we're actually in a pretty good situation with Priest of the Feast. Once again, Priest of the Feast is too big to too big for our opponent's weapon, the True Silver, to handle. So our opponent then, that's actually a pretty scary answer, especially because we can't punch through this. So we are going to be looking... Oh, I thought the arrow stopped on... Oh, here we go. Okay, so now we're actually kind of looking good. The issue is, the funny thing is, Aldor into Shadow or Pain is kind of one of those, like, ultimate amazing combos, right? But I still... So I want to do that, and the question is, are we going to tempo out an Aldor Peacekeeper now or not? What have we seen from our opponent? We've seen Vilefin, we've seen a Murloc War Leader, and we've seen a Stonehill. The Stonehill makes me think that it's going to be more mid-rangey, more control-styled. So we're going to go ahead and Shadow Vision, just see what we can get. Dragonfire's okay. Shadow or Death is also okay, because there could be big things. There could be Tirions, there could be things like that coming out. 4, 5, 6 trades nicely. We could actually Power Word Shield now. Power Word Shield will preserve this on board, which is going to be a nice thing, I think. So now there's only 6 power on board for our opponent, and we have a 3-7. So that does trade kind of nicely in our favor. Obviously, yeah, things can get buffed. Oh, Spike Ridge Steed is terrifying. Now I'm actually thinking, you know, like, how bad is this actually? And I'm not... Yes, it's not good. I mean, that's a really, really strong card, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, we can Aldor this and then kind of just say go. We also have the option, I think, of shifting Shade. I kind of like the shifting Shade play. Because I like the idea of holding on to Aldor is why. I think we're going to hang on to the Shadow Visions, hoping that we do get to drop Elise soon to be able to get a second pack. I feel like our opponent still has lots and lots of resources, and their board is very strong right now, especially compared to what we have access to. Oh, look, new Dr. Boom. That's interesting. Just that the symmetry is... I like the symmetry. Oh, boo. Symmetry gone. There is also, I guess, the potential for Shadow Potion of Madness shenanigans, right, with Aldor. Like, if we could have done something. But it looks like not. We will not be doing something. Let's discover... yeah, Draco P first. I think that's going to be the best thing for us. I think this is the best play. Like, we'll just go a little bit wide, a little bit strong, continue to discover. Yeah, I want to throw down Tirion next turn really badly. Is it currently in the deck? In your opponent's deck. So unless our opponent top deck Tirion, we have the first Tirion of the game, which is nice. And then once again, I mean, we have Draco P out. We have a bit of power. Oh, double trades? I'll take it. I will take that. Ooh. Oh. That's unfortunate for us. So we are not going to get the first Tirion of the game. How do we want to do this then? We have options. I mean, we can kind of Aldor this, right? But then the question is, what else are we doing on this turn? And because of that line of thought, Primordial Drake is kind of weak. We can attack and heal, but I think that's kind of... Well, maybe... No, it is kind of weak because then we're not able to deal with... We need to either deal with the Divine Shield or kind of stop this a little bit. Let's go with one of them. This is going to be a really strange half measure, I think. I kind of like this... Glimmerroot's okay. Glimmerroot's okay. It maintains us having resources in our hand, which is good. It's obviously very bad that our opponents, we now have 2 Tyrions to deal with. But again, because we have this... Oh my... It's not a dragon, right? So our only saving grace right now... Oh, that would have been so cool, actually, if we'd been able to find a Potion of Madness. Do we want to dig? I kind of want to dig for Potion of Madness. Oh, baby. How do we do this? How do we do this? This is going to be a 5. 5 plus 3 is... Yeah, I get 5 on my face. This is a 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, so that's not enough to kill Soggoth. So I need to attack with my Draco P. So it's going to be this. Potion of Madness. I just did that wrong, even though the way I just said it. We'll still do this, though. That's okay. I know. I absolutely realize what I just did horribly wrong. That is worth a while. Oh, don't click a card now. I've done that before with... it's going to be Consecration. Consecration could be a thing, actually. We could also Aldor here. Yeah, no buffs here, please. I think that's okay. I think I'm okay leaving it like this. As much as this is bad, don't get me wrong. This is not the way that I'd kind of map that turn out. But then again, we do have our own Tirion. And we have a little bit to play with here. It's obviously not ideal. If our opponent goes Equality. Oh, I was going to say, Equality is actually a really good result for us. Consecration True Silver is bad for us. Oh, just lots of little guys. It's kind of cute. I guess Potion of Madness top deck is the best thing in the world right now. And we still get the trade. You know what? It's not even the worst. I mean, we still get the trade at the end of the day. And now the question is, how do we want to do this? I'm tempted to just play Onyxia. Like, we just got hit with Consecration, right? Yeah, I have enough healing. I don't care taking 5 face damage. No, no one should dare challenge the Daughter of Deathwing, to be perfectly honest. So, I mean, we could get hit with a second Consecration. Yeah, the Onyxia, many whelps, left side, handle it. Always brings me back. So whenever we get the opportunity, really, to play Onyxia, I kind of want to take it. Oh, that's so brutal. That is so brutal. But luckily, we have a lot of 1/1s that don't really matter. So that's also kind of okay for us right now. How are we going to do this? We'll probably just Consecration now, because really, who cares about the Consecration? Oh, no trades? No trades, no trades. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind, and why should I? Oh, maybe not so much. How do we want to do this again? By the light. We want to do it by the light. That's correct. Do we want to be healing now? Yeah, we do want to be healing. Oh, we have too many minions? That's okay. These have to get traded off anyways. Yeah, move, move. There we go. This is a slightly creative way to deal with this. I don't know if it's good necessarily, but it's creative. I'm tempted to Darkshire to heal, but I think I'd rather have... Yeah. I always forget. I used to play a lot of N'Zoth Priest when N'Zoth first came out. It has such a creepy summoning. But that's totally okay. We don't have lethal here, do we? We don't. But how close are we? This is 5-6. Hey, follow the rules. That's not really cool. I'm very tempted. I want to find a way to play Tirion right now. Even if that means like running a bunch of stuff in. I think Tirion right now, our opponent just played an Aldor and has no like minions to ping things down. So I really like this. I really like this idea actually. We will play Tirion. We're going to listen to the music song because we respect it. Yeah, that deserves another WoW. Our opponent's been okay, actually, with the WoWs. That's my cake. That's funny. And we'll continue to attack away with these little minions here. And so the great thing is Equality Consecrate doesn't take out Tirion, which is very good for us. And now we have a couple Primordial Drakes, so we could ping in a whole bunch of damage and then throw out a Primordial Drake. The issue is, of course, I'm expecting our opponent to have a Primordial Drake. Speak of the devil. So this is going to be 6-7 Draco OP. That's all right. So how are we going to do this? We're going to attack. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to heal back up with the Darkshire Alchemist. And then we're trading off the 1/1s. Yeah, I think another Tyrion's just going to be oh, no, that's still fine. That's pretty good. So now our opponent can't take out Tirion without equality. This has been pretty strong, and just the fact that we have a second Tirion coming down next turn, it's going to be a lot for our opponent to deal with. We've already had one Tirion die. This is now going to be our third. Potentially our 3 Tirion game. That's fine. Probably should have played that first, friend. Yeah, that was a misplay, right? Don't you want more power on board? Like, because now our Consecration clears our opponent's board. I know, that is a WoW. You made a mistake. Oh, do we want a Drake, actually? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So angry when he says it. Yeah, let's do this. We'll weapon again. We'll Drake. And then we're going face. Do we want to heal any of these? Yeah, I kind of do want to heal these up. Because I don't want to get hit with a Consecration that clears my board. Well, not that it clears it. Like, obviously the 4/8's going to stick around. Unless there's an equality. So that's a good thing. But, hey, there's another Aldor. Oh, no. Oh, that's really powerful, actually. That is really powerful. That's upsetting. I don't like powerful things getting done against me. That's 10, 13. Oh, no, it's not 10, 13. This is 6 plus 5 is 11. This is 11, 12. Oh, did I miss lethal last turn then? Or was there a taunt in my way? I don't know. So we'll count that as 2 Tirions played, but I guess like 3 total, right? So that's not a lie if I say there's 3 Tirions this game, right? Okay, that is going to be it for this season, everyone. We are going to be switching to some Yogg decks next season. If you made it this far, feel free to let me know if you have any cool Yogg-style decks. I don't want bad decks just that have, 29 spells and then a Yogg. We're still going to be looking to push as high rank as we can / I can with my limited skill and time. We're going to be playing things like Jade Druid to start it off. We're going to be playing some Yogg Priest. And I know Yogg, there's a couple Yogg Warriors that are floating around there as well. If you made it to this point, you might as well hit that subscribe button right over Warsong Commander or the big red button below. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. Keep your stick on the ice.